balls those parties turn into. It's no place for kids.
A minute ago, you said you didn't care if he drinks.
He said a little drink.
You're tearing me apart!
What?
You say one thing, he says another, and everybody changes back again!
Girls don't love their father. Since when? Since I got to be 16?
Stop that!
I love you, Jim. I really mean it.
No, I don't want you to go to the police. There were other people. Why should you be the only one involved?
But I am involved. We are all involved. Mom, a kid was killed tonight. This is all going too fast for me.
You better give me something. You better give me something fast.
Jimmy, you're very young. A foolish decision now could wreck your whole life. In 10 years, you'll never know this even happened.
Dad, answer her.
Stand up!
You want to kill your own father?
Thank you. Thank you very much. You're always so kind to me. Welcome to the first episode of the Barry Bow Show, where Kat and I review a movie. I'm working in the annex today in beautiful suburban Folcroft and still home of America's best crime writer. It's still cool out, the windows are open, so there may be some ambient noises. Last week, a lot of you folks out there in Barry Bow Show land watched our episode about the mysterious death of Natalie Wood. If you missed it, there'll be a link below this video so you can watch it. Kat, you got that covered, right? This fucking earpiece never works. Anyway, you're on. Good. You're on it, Kat. Good. You'll find that if you're watching on YouTube. You'll find that on my website, bbcrimes.com. That's bbcrimes.com. Anyway, Natalie Wood co-stars with James Dean in the trailer you just watched for Rebel Without a Cause, a 1955 movie. And by the way, James Dean was dead before the movie was released at the age of 24. More about that later. I never saw any of his movies. Never saw this movie until 3 nights ago. I was 12 years old when it came out, into sports, and didn't give a shit about James Dean. In fact, to this day, I have no idea why he became a cult legend. He's no one in my world, but it's an interesting movie with some interesting characters. Here's Sal Mineo with James Dean and Natalie Wood. And here's Mineo with Dean. Sal Mineo plays a sort of weirdo outcast who befriends James Dean against a bunch of bullies. Here's Jim Backus, Ed Platt, and Dean. Jim Backus, 254 acting credits, including 99 episodes of Gilligan's Island, and the voice of Mr. Magoo in a countless number of cartoons. In this movie, he plays James Dean's pussy whip father. Ed Platt plays a cop, a marvelous character actor with 130 credits. Here he is under the cone of silence with Maxwell Smart, with Agent 99 looking on in one of his 137 episodes of Get Smart. Like I said, I was never crazy about James Dean. Still not. In this movie, he plays a high school kid, but he's 25 years old, and he looks it. And he often lapses into the Al Pacino school of overacting. But like I said, it's an interesting movie, and I'm glad I finally watched it. And I watched it for free on Amazon. I don't know if that's because I'm a member of Amazon Prime or not, but Kat will also post a link for the movie below. Right, Kat? Good. She's got it. Like I already mentioned, James Dean was dead before this movie was released. September 30th, 1955. Dean was driving his brand new Porsche Spyder convertible, which he nicknamed Little Bastard. Gee, wonder where he got that idea. He had a passenger, Rolf Wutherich. Hope I pronounced it correctly. He was a Porsche mechanic. At 3:30 p.m., Dean got a speeding ticket in Bakersfield, California. They were on their way to a race in Salinas, 90 miles away. Then, at 5:54 p.m., the Porsche collided with a Ford Tudor sedan at an intersection. The driver of the Ford was a Navy veteran, now college student, named Donald Turnipseed. What? No, Cat, I'm not making that shit up. That's his name, Donald Turnipseed. He might have made it up, but that's his name on the record. And I say on the record because that's what it says on the police report. Supposedly, Donald Turnipseed was going 85. Some reports say Dean was also going 85. Others say he was only going 55. But nonetheless, the cars crashed. James Dean died in the crash. Both Turnipseed and the Porsche mechanic were injured, but survived. Now get this. Yes, James Dean died in the crash. The Porsche mechanic was, for some reason, filled with guilt. He tried to commit suicide twice, but failed. And in fact, in 1967, he stabbed his wife with a kitchen knife 14 times in a failed murder-suicide attempt. Then, in 1981, he died in a drunk driving accident. Donald Turnipseed died of lung cancer in 1995. And, as we already know by now, Natalie Wood died a mysterious death on November 29, 1981. She was 43. My finger points right at Robert Wagner. Wait, I'm not done with people dying yet. It almost seems like there's a curse associated with James Dean. Because on the night of February 12, 1976, Sal Mineo was returning home to his apartment in West Hollywood from a rehearsal for the play P.S. Your Cat is Dead, when he was stabbed in the heart by a mugger named Lionel Ray Williams. Neighbors heard screams for help, and they found Sal lying on the ground in the parking alley. They helped him up. He took a few steps, then collapsed and died immediately. He was 37. The killer was convicted and sentenced to 57 years in prison. In any case, sure I'm glad I didn't know James Dean. Maybe I'd be dead by now, too. So, that's it for today. Might as well get in a plug for Born to Be Wild, my classic outlaw biker saga, a true crime available in paper, hardcover, and Kindle at Amazon and most booksellers. Get your copy before the supply runs out. Thanks for stopping in today. Till next time, see you.